So a player that was considered one of the best wide receivers in all of the NFL went from the Steelers to the Raiders and the Patriots all in one season, and now he's trying to beg his way back to the NFL? Well, we gotta talk about that.
Hold up, wait until the whole team show up, yeah. I'm in Neverland, can't cry, yeah.
How's it going, guys? So today I'm going to be doing another week in review, and we're going to be talking about the top sports stories that have been going on over the last week, and I'm going to be giving my opinion on it, and I'm going to ask for your guys' opinion as well. So before I forget, don't forget to go down and subscribe. I do these week in reviews every single Tuesday, and then I also post a few videos here and there just talking about different sports topics and putting my opinion on it. And I also do the same exact thing every single day on my Instagram and also my Twitter. So go and follow both of those. I would really appreciate it. So the topics that I'm going to be talking about today is, will AB be going to the Patriots? And why did Nick Foles get benched for Gardner Minshew? And why did Ron Rivera get fired? So there's a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get right into it. So first, I just wanted to talk about what just happened to Nick Foles. Now, he started 2 games after he came back from his injury, and there was all this hype going into it. Not really a ton of hype like there was for Gardner Minshew. But, he just signed a 4-year, $88 million contract. So there's got to be some sort of pressure, some sort of hype for the Jacksonville Jaguars, especially since they haven't had really a sort of successful quarterback in a while. And so he sort of seemed like their Lord and Savior when they signed him, especially because he beat the Patriots 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. So he is such a great clubhouse presence and is really good at being able to bring teams together that Tom Coughlin and the Jacksonville Jaguars figured that he would be a great fit for that team, especially since their biggest need was a quarterback. He came back and the offense looked like they were slugs. No joke. It was so boring to watch. There was no excitement. He was getting sacked left and right. He just wasn't making the right throws. And you could see he looked a little bit rusty. And now, prematurely, right after 2 starts that he had, the Jacksonville Jaguars are deciding to scrap that whole idea and bench him for the rest of the season for Gardner Minshew. Now, it kind of makes sense, because Gardner Minshew did do really well throughout the season, and he really did give that franchise a lot of excitement and the fans a lot of excitement for what was going to be coming for the future. But this really sort of begs into question the quarterback situation in Jacksonville now. Now, they just spent $88 million on a quarterback, which was the most guaranteed by any free agent quarterback for the amount of years that he got. And now they sort of have to backtrack and sort of figure out where they want to go with their future. Do they want to go with this 6th rounder that's just a rookie? Or do they want to go with this proven veteran that is able to bring teams together? They really need to sort of figure out what is the best fit for them for the future and also for their success, because they went from 2 years ago, they were the best defense in the league, they were one of the most exciting young teams in the league when they played the Patriots in the AFC Championship, and last season they really didn't do well at all with Blake Bortles, and now You're seeing it now. Now they're really in sort of like a standstill. They don't really know where they are and what they're going to do. So they have a very talented team, but now they don't have Jalen Ramsey anymore. And now they sort of need to figure out what they're going to do with their offense because Leonard Fournette doesn't look the same. So that really begs into question, will they trade Nick Foles over the season? Will they stick with Gardner Minshew for the future? We're going to have to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So now getting on to one of the biggest stories it seems like has been going on for the last 2 days. Will Antonio Brown be signing back with the New England Patriots? Now, this all kind of started when Antonio Brown decided to go on another social media posting spree. And, out of nowhere, he posted this video with Tom Brady throwing to him, all these sort of clips from the Patriots getting all these touchdowns and him being on the Patriots as well, with All I Want for Christmas Is You in the background, which when I first saw this, I could not stop laughing, especially with the Christmas tree as the caption. Now, all he's really trying to do is just beg his way back to the NFL. He's considered one of the best wide receivers in the NFL and was looked at as one of the best talents. It was said by Max Kellerman today, which I don't know where he got his source, but he compared Antonio Brown to Jim Rice, the best wide receiver since Jim Rice. So we really saw that connection that he had with Ben Roethlisberger, and after that one game, I guess we can say he had a good connection with Tom Brady. But not all wide receivers are able to really connect with Brady. So, I mean, from the few passes that he did get from Brady, it really did look like that they did have a good connection. But it will be interesting if Robert Kraft does feel like the Patriots are, I guess you could say, desperate enough at the wide receiver position to really ask for that sort of help to be able to really get their team over the top. Because you saw it in the last game against the Texans. Brady really had nowhere to throw it. He had nobody to really throw it to. And what was kind of interesting is anytime he got sacked, anytime he didn't know where to throw it, the first person he would throw it to was number 16, Jacoby Myers. The kid's a rookie. And then they also have N'Keal Harry on the field. Then they also have Julian Edelman on the field. And then I don't know if he just totally forgot that Philip Dorsett was on the team or not, but he seemed absolutely invisible last week. And the Texans made Edelman look invisible by double teaming him the entire time. So this really just shows a great weakness in the Patriots offense. And even though they're 10-2, they've had a pretty easy schedule, and it's really showing their glaring weakness on the wide receiver side, and most importantly on the offensive side, because Brady just hasn't looked as productive as he has in the past. And so after all the social media ruckus that Antonio Brown brings when he goes onto your field, when he goes onto your team, and also all the different disses that he had towards Robert Kraft, all the sort of bad press that he gave towards the Patriots, it'll really be interesting if they want to, take that risk again to have to really deal with all this drama that is really sort of unneeded for a team that has seemed very successful this season. It's just, he honestly, other than him and Dez Bryant, are the perfect fit to really fix this wide receiver issue that the Patriots do have. So it'll be interesting what they're gonna do. So after a 4-game losing streak, Ron Rivera was kicked to the curb by the Carolina Panthers, and we all kind of saw this coming. The Panthers lost 7 games in a row last year and ended up being 7-9. And it's really unfortunate for a coach that took his team to the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 50 and really sort of developed Cam Newton, developed Christian McCaffrey. Really, in my opinion, he made this really good team out of something that was absolutely terrible when they went 0-16. I don't remember how many years ago they did, but he was able to make that whole culture very successful for an okay amount of period of time. He won 3 winning seasons in 8 years. And with such an atrocious team that he started off with, he did build something that was pretty great. And now it's all sort of really falling apart. Cam Newton's injured. He's been injured for most part of the season. Now you got Kyle Allen, and you don't really know if he's going to be your future or not. And then you really sort of started to really rely on your defense to really pick everything up. And then that showed to be a real glaring weakness because they haven't really been able to do anything on the other side of the ball. And so this really showed that Ron Rivera wasn't really able to motivate and really get his team those critical wins that, Carolina really wanted. And, their owner actually put out a statement last week saying that I am not going to settle with being mediocre. And this move shows right here that Carolina is looking for a change in their front office and their coaching. And it was also said that they're looking for a new head of football operations and a new assistant general manager. So those two people will really have a lot of different voices and a lot of different opinions on what this future will look like for the Carolina Panthers. And most importantly, who is going to be their quarterback. Because they have one of the best dual running backs in the backfield in Christian McCaffrey, and they're sort of just wasting his time by not really giving him the opportunities or even this great sort of supporting cast around him to be able to help him really propel that team to get over that hump. So it'll be interesting what the Carolina Panthers do in the future. Put in the comment section below, who do you think might be possibilities that they'll hire as a coach, and do you agree with the firing? So those are my topics for today. Let me know if you guys like this video by giving me a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Also comment down below your guys' opinions on everything that I talked about today. Like I said at the start of the video, don't forget to go down and subscribe. I post videos every single Tuesday called Weekend Reviews that I talk about all the different top sports topics, and I also make different videos throughout the week. And also, don't forget to follow my Instagram and follow my Twitter. I post on those every single day. I'd really appreciate if you guys follow both of those. So thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate all the support. I'm really thankful for each and every one of you that do follow those accounts and that do watch my videos every single week. I really do appreciate it. This is my passion. I love talking about sports and I love making these videos. So I hope we can continue having fun together. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
The band, that's big views. Boarded the plane, won't be back to Maine. Now I can't camp it with you.